So hello beautiful souls, welcome to class today, and today's class is going to be a combination of Pilates and yoga today. And I'm going to use, you don't have to have this, but I'm going to give you options if you want to use a block or strap, if you have one available, but don't worry if you don't, it's not necessary. Okay, so let's just begin the class by sitting cross-legged. Sitting cross-legged in a comfortable position, and just close your eyes for a moment. Rest your hands on your knees and just take a nice big exhale for the count of 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for the count of 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for the count of 3, 2, 1. And just focus on your breath moving through your body. And as we sit here in stillness, just give yourself permission to be here for the next 45 minutes for you to dedicate to yourself. This is your time where you connect with your body, with your breath and your mind. And we start to really listen to the whispers of our bodies, what it's trying to communicate to us, because the body never lies. It's always trying to give us messages about what we need in that present moment. So let's just bring our head down and bring our head up. Bring our head down and bring your head up. And back down and back to center. Turn your head to one side, relax your shoulders, lean slightly back. Beautiful. Just rotating that neck very gently from side to side, and then bringing back to the center, ear to shoulder, and change sides and change sides. And then if you can, lift up your arms, grab hold of your elbows, and we're going to bring our body over to one side. And inhale, lifting up, exhale to the other side. Back up. And change. Lift those arms up, relax the shoulders, little pinkies facing each other, activating the tricep muscles. And then we're going to bring one hand on the opposite knee, bring the other hand behind your tailbone. Inhale, lift up, exhale, rotate. Inhale, lift, exhale, rotate. Inhale, lift, exhale, rotate. Then back up. Inhale, lift, exhale, rotate. Lifting up and rotating. Lifting up and rotating. Beautiful. We're going to coming on all fours. Then we're going to do a little different version of the cat-cow. We're going to extend one leg out, lift that leg up higher slightly, and then bring the knee into our head. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down. And then bring that knee down. Let's change sides, yeah? Inhale, lift. Looking up. Exhale, doming and arching. Inhale, lift. Exhale, doming and arching. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, doming and arching. Beautiful. Let's do one more set on each side. Lifting up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Change sides. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Then we're going to melt our hearts down to open up our shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Surrendering on the mat and just connecting to your breath. And we're going to come back up and we're going to lie on our mats. We're going to lie on the mat, feet hip distance apart. Now if you want and you have a block, you can bring your block in between your knees. Otherwise you don't need to have that block. So imagine you're squeezing a block in between your knees, feet are hip distance apart, rolling up, squeezing that block so you have that imaginary block there. Remember, you don't need it if you don't have one, doesn't matter. And then interlock those fingers underneath, open up your chest. Breathe. For 3, 2, 1, gently release. And again, inhale, lift up. Holding it. For 3, 2, 1, gently release. Beautiful. Now, you don't have to have that block. You can have your arms, or if you've got the block, use the block. We're going to bring the hands over our head. Tap the block or your fingernails to the carpet behind you. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, bring the hands over. Exhale, bring that up. And again. This time we're going to hold it there. And we're going to tuck the tailbone under and come up. Tap. And back down. So you've got the option of not using a block. It does not really matter. Three more. 3, 2, 1, and then gently release. We're going to bring the block in between our knees and we're going to squeeze it. So you can just have your feet hip distance apart. We're going to bring the hands beside our hips and we're going to roll up, squeeze those glutes and roll down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower down, removing the block. If you've got one, doesn't matter if you haven't. Hug your knees in, have a little rock one way, have a little rock the other way. We're going to bring the feet together and we're going to have the knees nice and wide. So hands beside the hips, tuck the tailbone under and let's roll up. Squeeze those glutes, outside glutes working and rolling back down. Try not to touch the buttocks to the mat. Squeezing and down, squeezing and down, squeezing and down. Beautiful. 10. And imagine you're bringing those knees in very slightly as you come up. 9, 8, 7. You can have your hands up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it up and pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Open, close those knees. Open, close those knees. That's it. Lifting up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring those knees together, rolling down, hugging those knees in. Rocking one way, rocking the other way. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Now again, you've got that option of bringing that block in between your knees, or you don't have to. Hands behind your head, elbows back. Well, I'll bring mine in between just to show you this time. elbows back, squeezing those knees. Inhale, exhale, lift, pulse, hold it there, sorry, and down. Inhale, exhale, lift, and down. Good. Keep going. And 10, elbows back, space between your chin and your chest. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it and pulse. And if you want to lift your feet up, pulse, pulse, pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then gently release. Hug your knees in. So you're going to place your hands just underneath your tailbone. Pull your belly button in, point your toes, and we're going to toe tap. Yeah? Just tiny toe tap. And if that's comfortable with your hands underneath your tailbone, you can bring the hands out to the side. Pull that belly button in, activate the abs for 5. 5. Pull the belly button in. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, abs pulled in, 1, 1, and then hug your knees in, breathing in, breathing out. We're going to lift our chest up and we're going to extend, 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 extend. If you want, we can go like this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in. Well done. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to bring one foot on top of the opposite knee. Squeezing and extending for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. I felt that. Let's do the other side. Opposite foot on opposite knee. Hands behind your head. Lift the foot up. Squeeze and extend. Squeeze and extend. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Hug those knees in. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to roll over to one side. And you're coming down on your elbow. Both legs nice and long, elbow underneath your shoulder. Point the front toe down. You can bend the bottom leg if you want, okay? Keep this oblique muscle activated. Lift that leg up and tap down. Lift it up and tap down. Up and tap down. You're feeling the glute muscle working. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Activate that oblique muscle. 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and circle. Point the toe towards you. For 10, 9, 8. So it's not a big circle where you're swinging. It's you're quite still in your torso. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Change directions. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Pat it out. Let's do the other side. Doing so well. Coming down on your elbow. Elbow underneath your shoulder. Sitting in a nice long line, bend the bottom leg. Now remember to activate that oblique muscle, so you're not swinging too much. This oblique muscle helps to keep you stable. Toe pointing down, lifting up just to the point where you feel the glute activated. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't forget to breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and circle one way. Toe pointing towards you. That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, change directions for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Felt that. Let's come. Just lie on your belly. We're just going to stretch out our spine. Opposite hand and opposite leg. Lifting up, squeezing and bringing it down. Lifting up, squeezing and bringing it down. Let's do 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Bring the elbows down onto the mat. So your elbows are underneath your shoulders, and imagine you're pulling your belly button to the top of the mat. And gently release. And again, inhale, lengthening, and gently release. One more time, inhale, lengthening, and then gently release. Coming down onto child's pose by pushing up. And breathe. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. We're going to come out onto all fours, hands shoulder width apart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look down. Neutralize your spine. Let's just tuck those toes under and come into downward facing dog. Walking it out, left, right, left, right. Don't forget to breathe. We need your breath to be nice and regulated. Feet together, bend the knees, take the knees over to one side and the hips over to the other. And change sides. And then back to the center. And breathe. Really feel the opening and the lengthening of your spine. So let's lift up the right leg. Bend the knee, open up the hip. And then take that right foot to the outside of the right hand. And then step that, drop that left knee down. And we're just going to rotate slightly forward and back. And stay connected to your breath. Your breath is a tool to help to keep you in the room here on the mat. Circling one way, circling the other way. Stretching out those hips and then frame the foot, leaning back. And forward. And back. And forward. And back. And forward. Frame the foot, kick the leg back into downward facing dog. And remember, anytime you need to take it to child's pose, do so. Let's lift up the other leg, the left leg, bend the knee, open up the hip. And take that left foot to the outside of the left hand, drop that right knee down. And again, we're just wiggling it out, opening up the hips. Beautiful. Stay connected to your breath and frame the foot, leaning back and forward, leaning back and forward, and again leaning back and forward. Frame the foot, come back into downward facing dog. Walk your hands a little bit in, and then we're taking the right hand to the left ankle and looking underneath your armpit. And breathe. And then change sides. Left hand, right ankle. And then gently walk your feet forward. And then just keep your knees bent slightly. Grab hold of your elbows. Go from side to side, side to side. And let's just sit in a squat position. Sit in a squat position. Hands up. Inhale, lifting up. Palms together, reach back. Exhale, forward bend. In the squat. Chair position, should I say. Lifting up those arms. Coming up. One more time, coming down. Hands in prayer. Bringing the hands up. And coming back up. Beautiful. And I'm just going to turn this way so I can show you. The hands are up. Let's bring one foot over the other. And then we're going to bring the arm over. So we're creating a banana shape but standing up. And change sides. So we're bringing the right foot over. Grabbing hold of the right wrist. And pushing our hips away. Edging them away. And then back to center. So we'll be here, yeah? And then we're going to bring the hands in prayer. Sit back into the chair. Inhale, lifting up. Arch back. Bring your right foot over your left. Grab hold of the right wrist and bring your body over to one side. And then change. Left foot over the right. Grab hold of the left wrist. Bring the hand over. Back to center, arch back, hands to prayer, sitting in the chair, swing the hands back, hands to prayer, forward bend, tuck the neck in, inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, tuck the neck in, step your right foot forward, your left foot forward, in downward facing dog. And if you want to, you can go into your flow, tricep push up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Beautiful. And breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice long deep breaths here. And then inhale, bring your right foot forward. And inhale, lift up those arms. Cactus arms. So coming down into the lunge, squeeze those shoulder blades together and back up. Abs pulled in. Squeeze and back up. Squeeze. Two more. Squeeze. Back up. And squeeze. Back up. Bend in the front leg. And then we're going to bring the left hand down. Inhale, lift up the right. For 3, 2, 1. Step. Bring that right hand in front of the right foot. Inhale, lift up. For 3, 2, 1. Extend that front leg in the triangle. Hold. Rotate the chest towards the ceiling. For 3, 2, 1. Bring both feet to point the front to the front of the room. Shoulders back, lengthen. Inhale, exhale, reach towards me. That's it. Bring the hands in line with the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come down. Let's take the left hand to the right ankle. Inhale, lift up. Stay with me. Stay breathing. And change sides. Right hand, left ankle. And then rotate to the back of the room. Kick back. You can either go into a downward facing dog or do a flow. Tricep push up. Upward facing dog. Shoulders down. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Lean forward onto your hands. Step your left foot forward. Coming up. And we're going to come in those cactus arms, lunging it down, squeezing those shoulder blades together. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Hands up, pivot, and then we're gonna, what did we do last time? Yeah, we're bringing that hand in front. Oh no, touch down. Right hand down, left hand up. Beautiful, holding it. For 3, lengthen your spine. 2, 1, bring that left hand in front of the left foot. Bring the hand over, holding it. For 3, 2, 1, extend that front leg, come into your triangle. Rotate your chest to the ceiling. For 3, 2, 1, inhale, come up. Both toes facing the front, shoulders back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach towards me. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come down. We're going to take that right hand to the left ankle. Inhale, lift up. Feeling the inside thigh stretching. The hamstrings stretching. Let's do the other side. Left hand, right ankle. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands to the front. Frame the foot. And you've got your option. Downward facing dog or high plank. Tricep push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's bring our right leg up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. And then bring both feet hip distance apart. Rotate your feet towards the left. Bring your right hand to the middle. Inhale, lift up. And then bring the hands down. Change sides. Bring the left hand to the middle. Rotating your feet, holding it for 3, 2, 1. Bringing both hands down, and you can go into your downward facing dog or tricep push up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And then lift up the left leg, open up the hip, and bring that left foot to the right hand. Extend the back leg and come down. And breathe. Nice, long, deep breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. You're rotating your right hip towards your left heel. And just really enjoy this little stretch in your hips. And stay connected to your breath. And you know what calm people do on a regular basis? They are aware of their breath. So they tend to be calmer because they're focused on their breath. They're not holding their breath or breathing too fast. Oxygen's going into their bodies, their brains on a consistent basis. So we're connected with our breath when we're doing our movement. And sometimes we can get out of breath, but if we go back to our breath, we're able to regulate our breath much faster with awareness. 2 more deep breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Bring the hands back, tuck the back toe under, come back into downward facing dog. You're doing so well. Inhale, lift up that right leg, bend the knee, open up the hip. And take that right foot to the left hand. Extend the back leg. come down. And breathe. And really give yourself permission to just be here on the mat. And see if you can connect to your breath a little bit deeper. And really exaggerate the exhale. Relax your shoulders, relax your face muscles. That's it. And see if you can slow down your heart rate. Just connecting to your breath. Two more breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring the hands back. Tuck the toes under, coming to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, really lengthen the spine. And then exhale, bring the knees down. And let's go into our melting heart. And then gently coming back. Keeping your legs nice and long. Toes pointing up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coming down. Relax your shoulders. And breathe. Just focus on your breath, moving through your body, feeling the hamstrings stretching, maybe the lower back slightly. But be gentle and remember to listen to your body, always listening. And then gently release. Bring one leg out and one leg in. Inhale, lengthen. Lengthen a little bit more. Exhale, rotate. Come down with length. And breathe. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then gently release. Let's do the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate, coming down with length. Relax your shoulders. And you can always bend your knee if you want to, yeah? Up to you. And again, if you've got that strap, if you can't reach your toe, just pop it on top of your foot. So it's options. And then gently release, both legs nice and long. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come down. And you might feel that you've gone down a bit deeper, because we've just created muscle memory, and the second time around when you go into it, it's a bit easier. And with flexibility, strength, balance, cardiovascular ability, it's all about consistency. A little bit every day or every other day is better than one big session a week. And then gently release, coming to sitting. Sitting nice and tall. And then just rotate your head nice and gently, nothing fast. Relax your shoulders. And then rotate your head the other way. And then roll your shoulders back and forth. And we're going to come and lie down on our mat. Lying down on your mats. Hug your knee in. Hug it in a little bit more deep. Rotate your foot one way. Rotate your foot the other way. And then bring your knee over your body, turn your head away, and again with that hand that's free, bring it above your head, palm facing upwards, relax, and we're opening up the chest and also helping release any tension we may have in our lower back and our hips. And then change. Bending the other leg, interlock the fingers, hug that knee in, rotate the foot one way, rotate the foot the other way. Bring that knee over your body, turn that head away, bring that hand up, palm facing up. And then gently release. Let's just hug those knees into our body. And really take a nice couple of deep breaths here, circling and massaging your lower back. One way, lower back, the other way. And then whenever you're ready, you can slowly stay there on the mat. Close your eyes. And if there's any final stretch you want to do, please do so. And I just invite you to close your eyes. Closing your eyes. Breathing in and breathing out. And just give yourself permission to be here in the moment with your breath. Stay connected to your breath. Big breath in and a big breath out. Just acknowledge your accomplishment by showing up today on the mat. Just acknowledge the commitment it took, the determination, and the discipline it took to be here and to complete the class. And this is your time where you completely stay still and you let the magic happen within your body. And I'm just going to share something with you while you're lying there. No need to sacrifice. Most people believe that sacrifice and compromise are necessary to preserve a relationship. This is based on a misunderstanding of the nature of the universe. The universe is loving and abundance, and we can all receive everything we need without sacrifice. As we learn to feel and express our needs honestly and clearly to ourselves and to the ones we love, we naturally begin to listen more deeply to the needs of others. On the surface, there often seems to be conflict between our needs and those of others. But with patience and honesty, we will discover an underlying truth in which each person can have his or her needs fulfilled. In expressing my honesty, listening to my needs and the needs of others, I look for a deeper truth. So just stay there with your breath. Just take in some conscious breathing. And remember, with every breath, there's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. And then you have that magic pause at the end. So really just focus on your breath moving through your body. There's nothing else to think about but your breath. And just slowly take a couple of deep breaths. Coming back into your room, into your body. And think of 3 things that you are grateful for today. 3 things that have given you pleasure, made you smile. And as you inhale gratitude into your being. And exhale thanks into the universe. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And slowly start adding movement back into your body by wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, turning your head left to right. And then just gently, whenever you're ready, there's no rush, bending your knees and rolling over to your preferred side of resting. And stay here for as long as you need today. There's no rush, you're completely safe here. I thank you for allowing me into your space and sharing this time with me. I appreciate you and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.